Generic greetings! Battlefleet Gothic Armada is a game I featured several times on the channel when it was in beta, but now that it's officially out and done, although not really because we know games don't really work that way anymore, I thought I would take a little bit of a closer look and share my thoughts and feelings, opinions, etc. on it after about 20 hours worth of play based on the campaign, the solo skirmish, and the multiplayer. So I've played pretty much everything that the game has to offer so far. If you're not aware of what Battlefleet Gothic Armada is, it's based on the tabletop game of the same name, Battlefleet Gothic, which is it's a Games Workshop game set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. You have spaceships, they have the spaceships, and then you have to shoot each other with your spaceship guns and then hopefully win. If we can, actually, I can show you the spaceships here. We'll go to Port More and I will show you this. I'm going to be showing you a bit of the campaign this one because I've already done skirmishes in previous videos. This is one of my spaceships. As you can see, it's got big honkin' space guns, it's got big honkin' space torpedoes, big honkin' space launchers, and then a big honkin' space ramming prow because of reasons, and that's what the Imperials are like. You can only play the Imperials for the campaign. You can't play the Eldar, the Orks, or the Chaos. You can't play that. You are just solely playing Imperial. As you can see, we've got different like vessels. They're split into cruisers, light cruisers, escort ships being the smallest, and then it goes up to battle cruisers, battleships, and I think there might even be one above that, depending on how far you go. But I haven't actually got that far, so I don't really know. But battleships, there are battleships in them. So as you can see, every ship has a boatload of statistics. It has some weapons, and you can mouse over and you can see that's a macro battery. That's me big honkin' space cannons. That on the front there, hang on, that one there, that is a Nova cannon, which is really useful for making a massive explosion in space, which can always be useful assuming you're not in that massive explosion. You've also got some ship upgrades, which augment your ship so you can sort of push it one way or the other based on what you want to do. You've also got some skills, like this one, for example, can create a nice little plasma bomb, and also, well, not so much nice disruption bomb. You've also got crew level up and things like that, and as you progress on, these will level up. You will get more abilities, more things like that. I will get more renown, which means I can unlock more ships, so I can unlock a slot there and get another cruiser. Let's do that now, and then add ship, and you can see I can get a Dauntless or a Dauntless Mark II. I've already got two Dauntlesses, don't lie, whatever, and I'm going to get another one, and we'll add that to the fleet, and there you can see we've got one. We've also got a skill option, so I can say what skill do I want. I'm going to say this one, we get ourselves probably a stasis bomb. There you go, we'll fit that. So that, when I fire it, or when it like lands, it sort of slows everybody down, which is a bit weird. Anyway, this one is broke, very broke. It would cost me 25 points, so I have to do it twice, so it would cost me 50 points in total to repair this thing. As you can see, it's all broken. It runs on Unreal 4, so this is a beautiful looking game, but either way, I'm not going to spend the points to fix that. Let's go back to the Gothic sector and have a bit of a fight. Now, I don't want to spoil the story too much, but if you've played the tabletop game, it is pretty much the same story. Abaddon is a bad guy, and he's coming to get you, and he's actually looking for relics for reasons that, again, I don't really want to spoil. At the moment, I have lost the Hand of Darkness relic and won the Eye of Night relic, and they are to do with the Blackstone Fortresses, Blackstone Fortress, several units of generic space fortresses. Let's just go over here, and we can see there's a Blackstone Fortress there. We've got a bit of a problem, and that's that the Orks and the Eldar, you can see we've got some threats here, are pretty much assaulting every area, and that's not good, because when you lose these worlds, you will, you can see the world properties, you can see, for example, I've got 41 of the 48 Spire worlds, basic product worlds, so each basic product world loss reduces renown earned by 1%, so I'm currently getting 7% less renown. Oh no, there you go. That's not good. But the thing is, you've only got a certain number of deployments. This is turn 10, and I've only got a certain number of deployments, and depending on how good you do and what happens in the campaign, you might get more, you might get less, as far as I can tell. I really do need to fight one more. So that's been attacked, that's been attacked, that's been attacked. That's all bad. Where else do we want to go? Assassination there. You can see the type of missions when you mouse over the different sectors. So data recovery, you have to go to a ship and like sort of beam it back on board. Assassination is just kill certain ship. Cruiser clash is a straight fight, and I think I'll just show you a straight fight because it's a bit it's just easier. So this one here, incoming transmission, words, which one is this? Data recovery, we don't want that one, we'll go back from that one. We want this one then, and this one should be Cruiser Clash. It's 500 points, so you can see the rewards, and then we will launch that one there. So it is simple, me versus them, let's see who wins. So it's 500 points. And I need to select my ship, so I'm going to go for that one, which is my flagship. There we go. And then I need to select a Dominator. And actually, do I want to get that one? Yeah, that'll do me. And then I've got 188 points left, which I can probably pick that one there. Yes. And then 79 points, which I'll take a couple of escort ships with me. I think, no, we're probably best taking 1, 2. They've just got torpedoes though, so I don't really want that. Or do I? Yeah, we'll take the ones with just torpedoes. Torpedoes are quite useful. There we go, 1 point remaining. Any spare I will get as bonus renown. So we'll click ready and then we'll be able to see my ships. As I said, runs on a roller floor, so it looks absolutely gorgeous. Actually runs quite well as well. In the beta it was horrible. It was stuttering all over the place. There was screen tearing. It does still have a couple of issues now and again, but for the most part it runs quite well. So we need to set up our fleet. Let's just press this I button here, and that shows us a nice little overlay of the bad things and actually the good things. So that is an asteroid field. Do not go in it because you will take damage. This is a gas cloud, and if you go in that, you are sort of stealthed-ish. What I'm going to do is fling my Widowmakers on this side here, and what I want to do, because these have only got forward torpedoes, I want to set up some automatic attack options. So I want to say frontal engage. So what it'll do is it'll always try to point towards the enemy. I also want to say set a distance. So I'm going to say set it as short range. And then I could say auto engagement. What happens is it will automatically engage some ships, and I think that's what I'll probably do because I don't really want to be worrying too much about these. And then what I want to do is I want to right click on the torpedoes, and what that'll do is it'll automatically fire these torpedoes when it thinks it's necessary. So you can pretty much automate the entire fleet if you really wanted to, but that's that all set up. Let's just go in the center here. We'll put my flagship in the center, and then we'll put another one of these. Actually, we'll redeploy it and we'll move it over there. You can see there's a circle where you can't if you're too close, you won't be able to set up. I'm actually going to shift this along just a little bit because I don't want to navigate into that. And these are quite similar. They've got some other They've got some other guns and stuff. This one has got a Nova cannon. So in the front arc, you can see there, that's where you can fire, and it does a bit of damage, but it does scatter, which is problematic. I want to say side engagement range and probably a 3k range of shooting. Actually, no, we're versing Orks. You want to say about 6k because my guns are macro batteries. Oh, actually range of 9k. So maybe sticking long range might be an option. This one here's got ordnance launch bays. It's got micro batteries, which is range 6, and then frontal launch, front torpedoes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to say frontal engage at 12k, and then what will happen is I'll just sort of stand around a bit, fire torpedoes, and hopefully launch my assault boats. This one is going to be a bit different because it's got a double-barreled macro turrets. It's got macro batteries, which are 6k, and then forward torpedoes. I'm going to say side engagement range and then boarding range. So we want to get in there. The closer you are, the more chance you are to hit and stuff. So obviously more damage. And this guy, do we really want to change that? 9k distance, I think. We'll say 9k. You sit at 9k. And you fire, which is weird because it's range 9k. But if you say fire at 9k, as soon as they go to like 9001. It's then you're out of range, which is a bit iffy. Anyway, we're going to then set these to go into that gas cloud, which is not great because we are actually going through. Can you actually hold shift and do orders? Yes, you can. So they're going to go there, and then they're going to go there. So I've already pre-planned most of my actions here. They're going to go there, and then I'm going to get ready. So ships are on the move. As you can see, you can zoom right in. It looks beautiful, and we'll come out. Obviously, the background is quite nice as well. The maps, I must confess, I do like well, they're randomly generated, so you get these bits of space debris. They can be sometimes quite good, sometimes quite bad. It doesn't seem to be any balance in the way that the maps are actually placed. Sometimes you get like loads of gas clouds on their side, sometimes it'll be on yours. You know, it's just a minor thing. Also, there's not much in the way of terrain because it's these two pieces, and sometimes you get like a ruined space station, and that's pretty much it. It would be nice if we had some more things to look at. But anyway, it's more about the maneuvering and things like that. So these are signals. So this is where the enemy are. What I'm going to do, I'm going to press space, and that activates our tactical cogitators. Then I want to sort of go roughly towards this side. You can see these are the torpedo lines to say that's where the torpedoes will be. Because what I want to do, I'm trying to turn the ship around roughly over their direction there. Number of ships to destroy is 7, and I'm going to fire some melter torpedoes. There we go, and then I'm going to say go back over there. This one is going to... Oh, yes, Admiral. For some reason, they're always piloted by Sean Connery. I don't know why. We're going to fling another set over there, and then we'll come this way. There we are. Okay. So this is bad. It looks like these ones have been identified. They're automatically engaging that one over there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off automatic engagement. I'm going to pull them right back. I'm going to fire torpedoes, actually, like that. And they're going to go over that way. That's fine. The reason I'm firing the torpedoes now is because they know I'm here. It's the computer. I'm not really too worried about them spotting me. Also, it only takes, I believe, a minute or so to recharge the torpedoes. Is it less? It might even... That's 45 seconds. It says per torpedo. Oh, sorry. Cooldown is 45 seconds, 45 damage per torpedo. So yeah, you can see they're firing away there. Look, you see all like the anti-ordnance weapons are firing away there. What I'm going to do is get in here, but the idea is that if I fire them torpedoes now, it means they might hit something, and that's all good. What I need to do is actually place them over that way. You can hold right-click, and they will turn around and do the thing that you need them to do. So there we go, reposition them and stuff. These ships are really slow. Imperials are very slow. Orks tend to be quite slow. Oh, that is a brute ram ship. Yes, you can see it is a brute ram ship because, well, for one, you can click on it, and you can see all the statistics and such. And also, it's got a big spike on the front, 3 of them, and it generally does that. It generally rams into things. That's what it does, but sadly it's not very good at it when it's ramming into big ships like this. And as you can see, I've just, yeah, it's just exploderated and it's gone. What I'm going to do is turn this right round. These guys are going to turn around and we've got torpedoes coming away. What I want to do is, there's a big ship. What I want to do is click on it, and then we can target different systems. I'm going to target their engines as a priority 1, so they'll always shoot that when they can. And then I'm going to fire a stasis bubble back there, so hopefully these ships at the back will be able to hopefully the ship that's back, they'll get caught in that. And then I'm going to fire a big bubble there and then another one there. So again, what I'm trying to do is just catch them in some ordnance here, and I'm going to fire my Nova Cannon back there, which hopefully will hit this signature, which I don't think it did. They're ramming towards me, and nope, they're definitely ramming me, and they just pushed 2 ships into each other. That was good. I like that. What I'm going to do is click repair because I'm on fire, which is never a good thing. And now what we need to do is really take that guy out. What I'm also going to do is get... That's a big ship. That's their capital ship. I need to get these over here. I'm going to activate a all-ahead full, which is something you can do. And these are all special orders. You can move things around. I need to fire an auger probe over there to see what is over there as well. I'm going to fire torpedoes back there and hopefully catch the back end of this ship, which looks like I've just missed, which is a shame. Either way, my ships are quite hurt. So I'm absolutely ploughing into these Orks here. They are very, very good at close range. I'm going to go for an Imperial bomber squadron at the back there. Looks like there's another ram coming in. There it is, and they've just scraped along the side, and everything's been hurt. So I'm going to fire at that one. This one, I'm actually going to change so it actually tries to shoot sideways on, and there we go. This one, I'm going to all-head full and get it out there. And then what I want to do is probably do a bit of boarding. You've got these lightning strikes or boarding actions, and that will do a little bit of boarding, and if you get a success, it will cause critical damage, which in this case is a hull breach, which is good. So those can engage that, those can engage that. I'm going to fire a Nova Cannon back here, and it did explode and took all of its shields completely out, which is good. Then what I want to do is give it some orders, which are lock-ons, and these orders will, well, do different things. What I want to do is, I don't want to fire that because if I do, it will probably kill me. Fire there, and hopefully the torpedoes will miss the back end of my ship, and then power in the back of that. Oh, insubordinate captain, excellent. So what happened there is I fired the torpedoes, they hit the side, and then there is a chance of things being insubordinate, which means they then run away, which is all good for me because I'm trying to get rid of them. This ship is really hurting, so I'm gonna have to get it out. There we go. That's legged it out. I'm gonna try and leg mine out as well, so I'm gonna activate my warp engines and try and get it to run away. Then what I want to do is fire at that ship there. We want to do probably some more little fighters. As you can see, we've got some bombers that are going to come out, and we're all trying to fight at this one here. Damn it! They've fired assault boats on this, and they've managed to take me out so that I can't jump. That's what their assault boats did. They cancelled it. So what I'm going to have to do is go all ahead full and pretty much just try and run away. I might be able to run away. I might not. Let's just see what I can do. I'm going to activate all ahead full on these and get them out of the way of this because we don't really want to get rammed off that at all. I also want to use... Oh, I can't really do anything at all. This is a boarding failure here. They're trying to get towards me, but I'm trying to run away. In all honesty, there's no way I'm going to be able to get out now because the engines are down, the generators are destroyed, so my shields aren't recharging much, and they're just going to keep powering into it. It looks like I've got 15 health, 11, 9... 7, 5, and they're going to ram it. Bang, there you go. So they haven't... Yeah, there's my ship. It's gone. So I am back to a couple of ships. These two here. I'm going to do some lightning strikes and see if I can get in here. Actually, what I want to do is set that so it engages at 6k because I'm getting too far away. what I'll do, I'll stop these little ones because you can see there's some torpedoes coming in there. So I don't want to get all the torpedoes hit me. There we go. We'll turn around. This one, I've got some fire on me, so I'm going to use emergency repairs, and then I think we'll use some Imperium assault boats. So we'll get some assault boats over there and see what we can do. The problem now is that I'm going to say, this? I'm telling this to engage sideways, but it's a 12k, but it's not doing it. What I want to do is activate the engines. Probably do a Nova Cannon strike there, which should hopefully hit it, and then what I want to do is put some bombs in here, which is hopefully going to hit. Don't go inside the... for some reason, right, your ships really don't have any problem with driving into the bad stuff that you've just placed down, which is never a good thing. And I'm going to set all of these to lock on to get more damage. Looks like that ship's died. I don't know what that was, but I reckon it was one of them ramming into the side of me, which is fine with me, because ramming a big ship, it really works out for them. So I'm going to set this back to a 9k engagement range. You can see that this ship is really trying to get out there, trying to get far away, so it doesn't get shot in close range. These guys obviously firing forward. I'm then ploughing this one in the side. I'm trying to flank it. Looks like my front's gone. You can see the prow's all gone. It's all dented in. It actually looks a bit like a face now. Not a nice face, you understand, but it's a bit broken. There you go. Really ploughing at the side of it now. He's got some short-range guns. I've got some short-range guns. I'm going to do a bit of a boarding. There we go. And it looks like my other little ship's being rammed. That's never a good thing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use one of my abilities. I'm going to turn this ship around. I've only got the 2 ships left now, and honestly, I cannot really fight that guy. So I'm going to try and run away a bit, and then I'm going to try and fight him instead. I'll happily let it chase me. You have to, you really do have to play to the strengths of your ships. Looks like I've got a generator destroyed, which is never a good thing. That guy's trying to come after me, but he won't be able to follow me. There's no way he'll be able to follow me if I keep running away like this. What I'm also going to do is get probably a boarding action. Do I want a boarding action in this guy? I think he's lining up for a ram there, which won't work out very much for him. And it sounds like... Yep, it looks like we've got an insubordinate captain on this ship, and that's what Orks are all about. Yep, he's definitely doing a bit of ramming there, and you can see he's pushing away. So, they are down to 1 ship. So it's just going to go zip out. In fact, we might win off this if he runs away like that. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try and run away over here. I could try and stop that by doing a lightning strike, and that would that has a chance of cancelling the war, but I'm not overly convinced that's a good idea. Let me just spin around to this side. Oh no, actually we don't want to spin around to that side. We want to spin around to that side. You see all the thrusters firing. A lot of details gone into these ships. And we'll fire 2 mines. So this guy's got his deck destroyed, so I can't use some of these abilities. This one is not too bad, actually. I've caught that in a... excellent. I caught that in a stasis field, and then another bomb went off. It looks like insubordinate captain, so he's running away. So I'm just going to sit and just try and smack it in the side. I failed. I didn't smack it in the side, but it ran away. So if I killed it, I would have got more renown, which is all good. If I can actually place ability there. Look, hey, that's a bit glitchy. If I killed it, I would have got more renown. But a win is a win. I'd rather do that. I have to point out that this is on normal difficulty, and it's not the new normal difficulty. Normal difficulty these days tends to be the sort of feel-good difficulty, where it's a little bit challenging, and you have to not just, you know, put your face on the keyboard and roll it. If you do that, you will still lose. But if you don't do that, if you just roughly do what you think is right, you'll probably end up a win. This is the old school normal, which is pretty much you have to play like you know what you're doing. If you just try and roll over it and try and I can't really be bothered thinking, then you're gonna lose. It's just not gonna happen. It seems I haven't tried it on hard, but I'm guessing. Oh no, I have tried it on hard once with the Eldar campaign, with the Eldar solo, and it was very hard. There's another level above that, and I really wouldn't try it. But yeah, it really is quite challenging, which is good, because if it was too easy, then it would be a bit boring. Either way, as you can see, I have got no more deployments remaining. Let's just go back to Port Moore. and we'll see what we have here. So we've got a nice level up for this ship, which is excellent. So we go to crew, and we can put points in places. So a master gunner, ratings, and servitors. I think I will go for servitors because that reduces the cooldown time of all skills by 4%. There's also things like commissar, which reduces the insubordination chance. Navigator, which reduces the chance of being lost in warp. I think that's all it does. Yes. Yeah. And also it reduces the delay of warp disengage, so when you run away. You've also got Tech Priest, which is you get your emergency repairs are increased, or the efficiency of it is reduced. Ratings improves the troop value. I'm going to go for Servitors because reducing the cooldown of the abilities is just quite good. I've also maxed out my Master Gunner most of these. This is the other ship. As you can see, it has a launch base, so that means it's got a squadron sergeant, which when you level up gives ordnances 10% chance per level to avoid destruction. So I'm going to level that up as well. Excellent. So this is one of the ones that was blown up that turn, I believe, because it does say 2 turns remaining. Oh no, that was blown up last time, of course. It was just, we haven't actually ended our turn. It's not after every fight, it's every turn. They all could have been this one. One of the two blew up, but I reckon that one was the one that's been in the dock for a while. This one I've just fought with because, as you can see, I've got a crew level up even though it's broken. I'm going to put that into servitors once more, and I think that's about it. You can also give upgrades to some of your frigates, and that will these ships are all individual, so that's why they're named. But the escort ships are so numerous and small that you don't really name them. They are what they are. So you can't add. There's no crew upgrades or anything like that. You don't get any favors and such. You just get 1 or 2 upgrades. You might even just get the one. And when you apply it, it applies to every single one that you actually place on that. Look at that. It's weird little ball on the side there. Anyway, so that's all the ships. I think that's about done. We'll go to the Gothic sector. And what would I normally do is end the turn, and then it would move along and we would get a number of deployments. We would have more story stuff, but I'm not going to do that because we might get cutscenes, and I don't really want to go through that because YouTube might flag it, things like that. But understand that when you end it, it will go back and we will just have more fights and more story stuff, and that is basically the campaign. You continue on, and hopefully, I'm guessing it's something to do with the Blackstone Fortresses because that's what it was in the board game or the tabletop game, whichever you prefer. Either way, the idea is the same. You will fight over different areas, you will level up your ships and hopefully not die. And you've got all of these systems, so it's a lot bigger than I really thought it was, which is, quite good, although quite bad as well, because we are getting besieged on all sides, and I don't have the deployments to deal with it all. And it seems to be, pretty much in every respect, once the ball is rolling downhill, it is very hard to stop. So the worse it's one of those things that if you do bad in fights and you lose loads of ships, not only do you lose the fight, then this gets harder. You lose your ships, which then you either have to spend renown to fix them, or you have to use renown to fix them, or leave them in the dock and not have them for your next fights, which in turn makes it harder. So the difficulty curve will rapidly increase when it should be when you really want it to be the other way. You want to be able to pull yourself out of this stall, but once you're in it, it's quite hard to arrest. But saying that, I've never got to a point yet in the campaign where it's just been completely unwinnable. I can't say the same thing about multiplayer. I've played about 10 games in multiplayer. Me and a friend did some 2v2s and did some random skirmishes against friends. We've had some lag problems, had some disconnects, we had a couple of crashes in multiplayer. I don't know why that is. And also, because it is balanced on the number of points, so it'll just say you've got 300 points, they've got 300 points, or whatever. And their actual overall level, when I come to it, their overall ranking here, it doesn't seem to be leveled. It doesn't seem to be balanced on that. So, for example, me and a friend were level 2, and we came up against someone who had a battleship, and I don't really think there was anything we could have done about that. I mean, yes, technically it is actually balanced points-wise, but they had so many points, they had so many abilities, they just absolutely steamrolled over us. There is some balance issues across the board with certain things. In terms of skills, multiplayer, you pretty much have to have micro warp jump, which I've said several times that it is an absolutely stupid ability anyway for the 40k universe, but it is in the game and have to deal with it, I guess. And the thing is, if you don't have that, then really I think you're doing it wrong, because it's such an awesome ability, being able to teleport, and you can just teleport and change direction. And you just go zap, and then you're there. If you don't have that in multiplayer, well, you're probably not doing it right, to be honest with you. There's really no reason why you shouldn't have that as a first ability on pretty much every one of your ships. Let's say balance issues across the board. Can't say much about it because, as I said, I've only had about 10 games, but I know there's other people saying the same thing, and I have to agree. Either way, Battlefleet Gothic Armada, is it good? Yep. I like it. I do like it a lot, mainly because of the theme. It's a 40k game. I love the 40k universe, but it is a fun game. As I said, there is some issues, especially in the multiplayer stuff. The skirmish seems quite fun. There's not much variety. There's several different missions. You've got like assassinate one ship. You've got take over take over the data on one ship, destroy a blockade, run a blockade, carry some of the stuff. So there's certain variations in the missions, not much variations in the map. But I love the look of the game. It looks absolutely beautiful. The theme is right. They've absolutely nailed the sort of the grim darkness of the future, sort of 40k aesthetic and the whole thing. The way ships level up is fantastic and gives you something to work towards. I really hope, however, that and the campaign is fun as well. It does seem quite good and quite challenging as well. I just really hope that they fix the issues with the multiplayer, because I can see myself wanting to get into that. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, a week before the beta ended, they brought in a brand new race. They brought the Eldar out, and they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna balance it in a week, guys? Really? No, I don't think so." Every time I've versed Eldar, it's been the binary combination of us getting our ass kicked completely or just steamrolling over the top of them, and I think they've got a high skill ceiling, but they're very hard to get right, and there's just a couple of issues here and there. Either way, I can recommend it if this is something you are looking for, if you want a nice space RTS with obviously some nice abilities and level ups and things like that. Some people might want a true and true one where you don't have stuff leveled up. Well, not for me. I really like the way they've done this one. Either way, links in the description so you can check it out yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.